Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach, and author of The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So this has been sort of, it came up on my timeline, kind of blew up on my timeline, where this black lady gets kicked out of a Gold's Gym basically because she started speaking up against the person that's on the screen that swears that they are transitioning and that they are a Tea Party woman. So this is what she had to say. This is at her actual page on Instagram. And she says, I need everyone to hear this. Multiple women and I have repeatedly made written reports on this man for coming into the women's locker room, harassing us, and the gym staff has done nothing. He has disrespected me multiple times, and I've only been ignored when I quietly reported it. But today I made noise. Today, as I walked into the locker room, he came in behind me, called me a B in a deep, angry voice. I was terrified. I ran out into the gym screaming that there's a man in the restroom. I called for help, and the men in the gym got involved, thank God, and the staff finally decided to act. I cried and screamed for help. They removed him, but then they turned around and terminated my membership too, as if I was being punished for speaking up. I was literally scared. The women in the gym all agree with me. Many were relieved that someone finally said something out loud. Men had to step up to get him out. And the gym staff, who ignored the safety all this time, couldn't have cared less. Should we keep giving gyms our money if they don't protect us? Is it time we cancel our gym memberships until they understand that women's safety isn't negotiable? We have to take a stand if we want to be safe. Who's down? Women, think of your safety. Men, think of your wives, sisters, mothers, and daughters. Make trans restrooms. Stop men from bullying and harassing and assaulting women in locker rooms. This video I took myself after he called me a B, and I ran into the gym for help. This guy is a predator. He is scary and mean. The stories from the women in the gym about him and my own experiences. So let's run the clip.
Did you tell me or not that women like to see dick?
I'm the guy asking you a fucking question.
Exactly. Get out of the way now. No. Now he knows how to be a man, right? Now he knows how to be a man. Stay out of the women's locker room. We don't want it. He needs to have his gym membership revoked for that shit. And the woman told you. He assaulted me. The girl told already. We already filed reports. No.
That's fine. I want the video.
You can't get rid of me for this. I'm a woman and I have every right to not want a man in the restroom when I'm naked. There are girls naked in there. Look at them walking in there like it's okay. It's not okay.
I understand.
I'm not causing.
Are you?
Did you tell me or not that?
So we can see here the clip. And then this other clip here is, this is after the fact. This is after the clip that we just saw, okay? And she's basically announcing to the gym why she's being kicked out, okay?
Gym, men, grown men with big dicks in the women's locker room. And that's why I'm getting kicked out. And I want to make sure the girls know. The fuck? Everybody saw that man in the fucking locker room. No one's saying shit. And I'm fucking done with it. It's fucking stupid. It's dangerous. Me naked in front of a man without my permission. I'm the one who gets kicked out the gym, y'all. I'm terminated for not wanting men in the locker room. And that goes gym.
And so I ended up going to her Instagram. This lady does fitness. She does fitness content for the most part. It's fitness content and it's content of her singing and things of that nature. Okay, this is her page. Okay, she just scrolling through her page, she has a lot of clips. Mainly her clips are of herself either working out or she's singing, because she says she's a songwriter and she's been a songwriter for many years, and she sings as well, you know, and things of that nature. So this is what she does. Okay, just an
What's meant for me is meant for me. If God sent it, then it's meant to be. What's meant for me is meant for me. If God sent it, then it's meant to be.
Okay, so I just wanted to click that just so you could understand sort of this woman and her complaint here. Her complaint is completely valid. This is a completely valid complaint. Okay, this Tea Party stuff, way out of control, and over the years, many women sort of championed, you know, rainbow rights and this right and that right. And these are the things that have transpired and now an outcome of the general body of women sort of including the rainbow community in women's rights, things of that nature, which I always stood against. And stood against including them and specifically including Tea Party men from calling themselves women, from being in women's spaces, because you cannot be a woman. You are not a woman. I don't care what you did to yourself. This one has not done anything to himself at all. This is a full out man. Just because he got a little earring on and don't nobody want to hear that, you just gay or whatever. And using the whole I'm a Tea Party thing in order to gain access to where the women are. And the social climate that we're in right now is in such a bad state that the gym feels like their hands are tied, because if they tell him that he's not allowed, then they open themselves up to a potential lawsuit about his rights and his right to quote unquote transition into a woman, and they can't discriminate if he identifies as a woman. See, this is where that slippery slope was even coming from. This is the slippery slope that we were all talking about. You cannot, and this slippery slope didn't start with Tea Parties. This one started years ago when they was trying to find a gay gene and talking about folks was born like this and this and that. And I said it way back then. I was like, see, that's a slippery slope right there, because what you do is you give people permission to do a lot of foolishness. Okay, now they can't help they degenerate behavior and this, that, and the third. Okay, so now as we have slipped on down the slope to Tea Parties, and now you got a situation as to where an obvious man, this is obviously a man, there is nothing about him that says woman. There's nothing about him that even says transition. He don't have no breasts. He doesn't have anything that's soft looking. He can't fool you like he's a female or any of that. He's literally a dude that's got a little earring in, that went to the gym, that basically tried to tell everybody that he's transitioning and he identifies as a woman in order to get access to where the women are. And we told y'all that this was going to happen. If you have to just take people's word for it, and you have to play along with the delusion, and you have to play pretend with these people, pretend that a man can be a woman, pretend that a woman can be a man, and all of that. And I find it very interesting that it's always the ones that claim that they're men that's transitioning into women. I find that to be interesting because you don't really hear a lot of foolishness from the other way around. Women who call themselves, quote unquote, going to transform into men, they usually are rather low key. Rather low key. They have their own foolishness because it's still a delusion either way. But they realize that it's difficult to be a man in the first place. So if you are a woman and call yourself, quote unquote, you're living like a man, they usually are very quiet because it's difficult. It's difficult to do it. Okay. And they're usually not somewhere causing no commotion with no men. They're not getting in other men's faces like that. They are not, making a big stink about the fact that they are trans men and all that kind of stuff or whatever. They try to be as low key as possible because it's my humble opinion. I don't think that they want other men to know that they're not really men. Okay. So, but you always got these ones right here that don't look nothing like no female, always somewhere. It be the ones that don't look like women at all. That's always trying to claim that they women so they can be around where women is at. And I just find it completely problematic in every aspect. In every aspect, this is problematic. Because you got these ones that want to be predatory on the women. And then you got the ones that look like women who really do appear as women who are predatory on straight men. So all the way around, predatory. Predatory behavior. And this is what we said. It opens the door to a lot of degenerate behavior. I 100% understand her crash out, especially if she's saying they done already reported him plenty of times. They've already went through all the formal channels in order to make sure that he is stopped from coming into the women's locker room. Other women have reported and this and that, and the gym does not want to recognize it. Again, the gym is scared because they don't want to open themselves up to a discrimination lawsuit. Okay? Because that's going to be his next step is they discriminated against me because I'm a Tea Party. No, sir. They discriminating against you because, first of all, it's not discrimination. You got kicked out because you don't know how to act. And you keep going into the women's locker room as an obvious dude. And not only are you quietly doing so, you're making a big deal. You're calling people bees. You arguing with people. You know what I'm saying? Not only this lady, but she's saying other women in the gym, he confronts them. He harass. I believe it. I believe it because they get real bold. They get real bold. For all that trying to be a woman, you sure do got a pair of balls to be up in people's face all the time. You confrontational like a dude. Like a dude would be. Aggressive like a dude would be. And you want somebody to believe you a woman, but you act like a dude. And you look like a dude. He really needs somebody to go ahead and tune him up real quick. That's what he needs. He ain't never had nobody tune him up. He did be tuned up in a way that he do not like. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.